What's good, Relentless Gang? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back. Like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, man. We got Katt Williams dropping a video that Wendy Williams warned Diddy. She warned him. Wendy tried to warn him right before she passed out, bro. Right before she passed out and hit the floor, she tried to warn Diddy, bro. But we got Katt Williams dropping the video that Wendy Williams did try to warn him, but Diddy ain't listen. Diddy was being Diddy. Oh, booty monster Diddy. Spicy.
Got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such.
And she allegedly has been avoiding Puffy. You know, my thing about when you date a mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, pay people off at the front desk. I'm already paranoid.
But y'all have bad for a while.
Real bad.
Real bad.
The worst.
The worst.
But the difficulty is getting people to believe something that they don't want to believe. And in each of these cases, this is where the money is.
Just when we thought Katt Williams was done exposing the industry, he just stepped into the chat once again to expose the real truth behind Wendy's downfall. From having the biggest talk show to being bedridden with no money to her name. According to new evidence, Diddy was the mastermind behind all of it, and he used his money and connections to destroy Wendy. Diddy and Wendy have always had a very hostile, intense relationship because Wendy was once the first person to speak out on Diddy being DL and inappropriately touching boys in exchange for opportunities in Hollywood. At one point,
now, regardless of the fact that Wendy is in the situation that she's in now with her finances, and her health issues, bro, you have to give her flowers. You have to give her flowers, you guys. She is one of the first ones that have been calling Diddy out. You can't deny that. Wendy been talking about this a long time ago, bro. But now, Hollywood driving her crazy, her health is declining, and everything else. The butt monster Diddy allegedly probably got something to do with all that, bro. It's not funny, but Diddy walked her down, bro. He didn't do it like boom, boom. He walked her down with the higher-ups and his people that he's connected to. Not the health thing, of course. He can't control her health. But what I'm saying is, he walked her down. Her career had declined ever since the allegations, bro.
She even got her fired from the radio station she was working at and sent a very strong warning to all the other radio stations across New York not to hire her. That's how much he hated Wendy.
When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said the same thing to he said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is gonna do anything with y'all, no business at all. It ain't gonna be no artist, no nothing gonna come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly at a new station.
At the time, Wendy was working for the very popular radio station Hot 97, and she said she received some exclusive photos of Diddy getting his shirts pulled off by another man while he was on vacation in Cancun. But before she could even get into the details of the story, Diddy got her fired and put a ban on her head, telling every single radio station in New York not to hire her.
About Wendy Williams, she got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view and what was in the picture.
We were in Cancun. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. Some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was something like that. She was gonna put it out. Wendy had showing people that email. Puff told Hot 97,
Hey, Katie Bug. Katie Bug turned up this morning. I'm in the middle of a video. Give me 5 minutes.
if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not going to get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was going to boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. She was fired.
Wendy.
Bro, can you imagine, bro? Once somebody having all that power, to get a person fired from her radio station that she may have been there for years, I don't know exactly how long she been at Hot 97. But for him to make one phone call and got her up out of there, that's a lot of power, bro. That's a lot of power. So now that he's on his downfall, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I would not be surprised after all these allegations and everything, and once the feds finish with Diddy, I wouldn't be surprised if he on the unalive watch, the S word unalive watch. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. To go from here to boom, flat, that should drive you crazy, bro.
Williams later confirmed this in 2013 when she said a popular hip-hop mogul got her fired after alleging that he was gay. But this time around, she didn't dare mention Diddy's name out loud. However, it was still clear who she was talking about.
A very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for
Whoa, Wendy, what was that, T-Rex? What in the... Hold on, bro. Wait a minute, why you saying it like that? Wendy, why did you say that like that, bro? That's crazy. This is an old clip. This is an old clip. But I've never paid it that much of attention. Why would she say it?
Dare mention Diddy's name out loud. However, it was still clear who she was talking about.
A very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for
Bro, that scared me again, bro. Bro, when she said that, when she said burn that, bro, that shit scared me. It was like opening a can of biscuits. You know how like when you open a can of biscuits and you turning it and you know it's gonna go pop, but it still was like jump scare you in the way, you be like, oh, that how that did.
Talking about
I'm
such.
sorry, but
and now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now, so.
Wendy said Diddy went as far as telling the girl groups that were signed to his record label at the time, Bad Boy Entertainment, to pull up on her at work and jump her. Thankfully, her boyfriend was around and he stopped her from getting attacked.
Here one day and them total were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them. The little Chinese man that drove the van, they were coming. There was no security or anything. It was just them 3 fighting broads. And me. And my coworkers that shot standing upstairs trying to look down to see it all jump off. They all knew. When I said goodnight to everybody, everybody's pressed up against the window. I didn't even walk or bother asking.
So how did they all knew? So everybody knew besides you that you was about to get jumped. How? Bro, inside, bro. See, that's why you can't trust people right there. There's no way 3 girls, 3 females outside ready to jump you when you walk out the door. And you like, hey, you guys, have a good night. I'm about to head home. And everybody inside the building knows people downstairs waiting to beat your ass. Besides you. That's crazy. That's exactly why I don't trust people right there, bro.
What are you?
That's exactly why.
Because you know when the clock strikes, it's time to go. It is time to go. I didn't get a chance to hit the sidewalk before I knew it, out of nowhere. And there's a whole bunch of rah-rah going on outside, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I send Cower and Skell out on the sidewalk, and he comes back in and says, it's total outside. And they were about to set it on you.
And get this, y'all. Wendy also hinted at Wendy being controlling over Cassie, but no one clocked the tea she was spilling until it was too late.
South Africa filming Honey 3. And she allegedly has been avoiding Puffy. And, you know, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them. Because if you use your head, you never know when they're gonna pop up on the scene. Like he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay? Pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like I'm already paranoid. Posted a picture of Michael Jackson's song, Lady in My Life, and wrote, if anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. I suggest don't use social media though to reach out.
So, basically, when he put that post of the Michael Jackson song, and he said somebody tell Cassidy to listen to this song 100 times. Narcissists. Those are narcissist signs right there, bro. First of all, you post a Michael Jackson song. You exposing what's really going on. So now we know it's something going on between you and Cassie, but Monster Diddy. All right. Now you said, tell her to listen to it 100 times. Bro, not I'm sorry, Cassie. This is a song you should listen to whenever you think about me. You said if anybody see Cassie, tell her to listen to this song 100 times. 100 times, Diddy? I don't believe you listened to your own songs 100 times before, Diddy. But Monster, I don't think you, bro, that is crazy. Narcissist,
I think this is a grand overture from Puffy. I don't believe he really wants her back. I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession.
Facts.
Like a possession. And if you really care, then you'd reach out privately, not publicly.
Did y'all see the way Wendy accurately read into the situation and pretty much pointed out everything that we know about Diddy and Cassie today? She really knew Diddy like the back of her hand, and he ain't like that at all. Anyway, fast forward to 2017, and it looked like they have resolved their issues because Diddy appeared on the Wendy Williams show, and both of them joked about the fact that they had tension in the past.
I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one.
I don't think he was being genuine, my boy. Because look at his body language. Look at the body language and look at the eye movement. I got to rewind it back for a second, you guys. Look at the eye movement when he say that. He's not genuine when he say that. He knew he had something for Wendy.
Like they have resolved their issues
watch his
because
eyes.
Diddy appeared on the Wendy Williams show, and both of them joked about the fact that they had tension in the past.
I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you because
stuttering. Eye movement and stuttering. Now, I'm not no investigator, no private eye, nothing. But I ain't no slow leak neither. I was born that night, but I wasn't born last night, Diddy. I ain't believe that, not one bit. Not one
You
bit.
get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture. You know, hip-hop culture and also hip-hop celebrities shedding light on our culture and our people, and thank you very much.
I pissed a lot of people off, including you. But this is a full circle moment, everybody. Get into adult conversation. This is full circle.
Yeah.
But it looks like Diddy's animosity toward Wendy never actually ended, and he didn't stop until he completely wrecked her career for filth. Now, as y'all already know, Wendy is currently going through a hard time right now after she was diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. This was revealed in a press statement released by her family that said, "Over the past few years, questions have raised at times about Wendy's ability to process information, and many have speculated about Wendy's condition, particularly when she begins to lose words and act erratically at times, and have difficulty understanding financial transactions."
You know what that is, correct?
I know.
Okay, you don't know lymphedema? All right, I'll show you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, lymphedema is this. Do you see this right here? Look.
Okay.
Is that her foot? Bro, is that her foot? Look at her foot compared to her hand. The swelling. Oh my God.
No, look closely.
Right.
Hold up, please. Hold up. I can't hold it higher. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay, do you see this?
Yes.
All right, it's up and down. Okay. Okay, that is, I can only feel maybe 5% of my feet.
It wasn't until she released her documentary, Where is Wendy Williams, that fans really got to see how bad things were for her. During one of the episodes, Wendy revealed that she's been getting exploited these past few years by the people who have been appointed to take care of her. She said she doesn't even know.
Bro, her foot had look like Professor Clump. Wow. I mean, I feel sorry for her health condition, but that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Dang.
Some of the people who they've been hiring, and to make things worse, they've been stealing money from her.
People around you stealing money from me, getting money, whatever the case may be. Enough.
She has people around who are yes people and allowing this to continue.
Now, if y'all remember, Wells Fargo froze all of her accounts back in 2022 because they suspected that several people in Wendy's team were stealing from her and making unauthorized transactions without her knowledge. And because Wendy's mental health was already deteriorating, she didn't realize just how much money these people were stealing. It got so bad that Wells Fargo petitioned to get her a court-appointed legal guardian because they believed she wasn't of sound mind and needed help. However, according to reports, the financial guardian that the court appointed her was no better because she allegedly started stealing from Wendy too. They initially tried to keep her identity a secret, but it was later identified to be Sabrina Massey.
And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair. And Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. And this guy named Bernie Young, I know for a fact that Bernie Young used my American Express card to hire an attorney to file a petition against me. That was done with my American Express card. A former doctor had medical information about me that I never even got. It was sent over to Lori Schiller. I fired the doctor, and again, All I want to know is, where is my money? This is not right.
Wendy's sister and her son Kevin Jr. also talked about how unfair it was that Wendy's money and entire career was now being managed by a complete stranger who doesn't even care about Wendy.
My mom has done a great job making it seem like everything is okay always.
Wendy, make sure you look here. 1, 2, 3.
But in reality, there's something wrong going on.
As her family, we were all sitting on the sidelines watching, and she was crying out for help.
Did you drink this whole thing today?
Keep it there.
Okay.
Keep it there.
My mom, she always talks about how she wants to work, but I feel as though she's worked enough.
Dang.
She has people around who are yes people and allowing this to continue.
This is all too much. Go! Drive! I have no idea where we are. This doesn't look like anything familiar.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
How dare him? I control me. I weigh 138.
Anybody could look at her and tell this is not just alcohol. There's something more going on.
Now, this is the time where people begin to suspect that the people who have been appointed to take care of her are trying to take her out, because Kevin Jr. also revealed that the doctor said her illness was deteriorating as fast as it was because she's still taking a lot of alcohol. Apparently, her whole team knows about this, but they continue to supply her with alcohol and other substances. Wendy can barely walk, so we know for sure that she isn't gonna be the one getting the alcohol for herself. Someone on her team is intentionally giving her all these things, knowing very well it's gonna worsen her condition.
They basically said that because she was drinking so much, it was starting to affect her headspace and her brain. I think they said it was alcohol-induced dementia.
People even compared this to what the industry did to Britney Spears and Kanye West. You see, just like Wendy, Britney was also under a conservatorship, and she had to sit back and watch people around her steal all her money. Britney later revealed in a court hearing that her family intentionally misdiagnosed her and pumped her up with an unholy amount of lithium, which they later used to claim in court that Britney was incapable of handling her own finances.
Would honestly like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you, to the judge, to approve me, do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me, and by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't know what I said here. It's not okay. I would actually, I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I didn't know today we're doing.
And then there was Kanye, who was also prescribed an extremely high dose of lithium, even though he wasn't sick.
Look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah. So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can see there's not much of her left.
And of course, we can't forget Dave Chappelle, who literally ran to Africa and refused to tell anybody, including his own family, about where he was at, because some of the Hollywood elites were on a manhunt to find him and shove a bunch of antipsychotics down his throat, after he turned down a very shady $50 million deal.
So I got ahead of schedule, and I bounced. And I didn't tell anybody what.
Hold on, you know what's so crazy? I just thought about something, you guys. Listen, they said that Dave Chappelle headed to Africa and turned down a $50 million deal. Let's rewind time to Katt Williams, Club Shay Shay. When Katt Williams was exposing everybody, Katt Williams said the exact same amount. Katt Williams says he He said he turned down $50 million 4 times. Dave Chappelle was offered $50 million and had that. That's crazy. That is crazy. I just
10
thought
years
about
of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can see there's not much of her left.
And of course, we can't forget Dave Chappelle, who literally ran to Africa and refused to tell anybody, including his own family, about where he was at, because some of the Hollywood elites were on a manhunt to find him and shove a bunch of antipsychotics down his throat after he turned down a very shady $50 million deal.
So I got ahead of schedule, and I bounced. And I didn't tell anybody where I was going. The whole time, they're trying to convince me I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication. I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like, you know.
But you were stressed out. That's
There's
why.
no question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane.
So as y'all can see, there's a very clear pattern here to make celebrities who dare speak out strung out on drugs. And people believe that this is what Diddy did to Wendy. Katt Williams also recently spoke about this and said the industry tried to do the same thing that they've done to Wendy, Britney, Kanye, and every other outspoken celebrity to him when he tried to open people's eyes to what R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, and all these other creepy industry people have been doing. He said he was threatened to keep his mouth shut, and they started a smear campaign against him to paint him out to be a crackhead.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing...
You will tell it?
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
And if you think about it, that's exactly what Wendy was doing for years, collecting information and spilling it on her show without holding back. It's beginning to all add up, and it's clear as day that Diddy, as well as any other powerful person that she's spoken to, decided to conspire against her and destroy her. Can y'all imagine the kind of commentary that Wendy would have given about this whole Diddy mess if she was healthy enough to do her show? It's like they strategically did this to silence her. As usual, people had their own thoughts about this, like this person who said they're gradually killing Wendy Williams. It's so painful to watch. Her family and friends need to do something really fast to save her. Another person said that's what they do to get you so mentally exhausted, and then they throw you out in public so other people can see you. That way, people think what they're saying is true. You've always got to stay on your toes. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Katt Williams exposing Diddy for trying to end Wendy? And do y'all think Wendy is in this situation because of how outspoken she is? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And
man, y'all know how Hollywood do. Y'all know exactly how we've seen it over and over. It's a repeated cycle. It's a repeated cycle. Hollywood bring you in, make you submissive, make you take oaths, use you up, and then wash you out, and then hang you out to dry. That's how they do, bro. If Wendy Williams right now was in her prime and able to cover everything that's going on with Diddy, the Butt Monster, man, bro, I can only imagine, bro. I can only imagine. That's crazy. Man, let's keep Wendy Williams in our prayers, you guys. I know some of us might rock with Wendy, some of us might don't, but it's still always good to keep people in your prayers because it could be us one day. You never know with her health condition. You feel me? So, y'all see that space in the wall back there, right? We almost to 100,000 subs. We need a couple of more thousand. We right there. We a smidgen away. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, man, and hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. You dig? This is your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Stay tuned. More videos coming on the way.